Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to discuss the circulatory system as the transport system of a body. In this video I'm going to talk about human transport system and in my next video I'm going to talk about plants transportation. Fine. So in circulatory system we are going to first learn about the components of circulatory system. So what are the components of circulatory system? So in circulatory system we are going to get body fluids, which includes blood, lymph and tissue fluid. Second one, we are going to get blood vessels and lymph vessels. And third one is the most important one, that is heart. Fine. So first we are going to talk about blood. First we are going to talk about blood. Fine. So blood is what? Blood is a connective tissue. Okay, connective tissue, which is made up of two things. One is blood plasma, just like matrix, and formed elements. This is what blood is made up of. So we are going to first learn about few characters of blood. Okay, few characters of blood. Okay, first thing first, that blood is alkaline in nature. Fine. pH of blood is from 7.35 to 7.45. These are very important short question. Fine. In man, in case of a male, we can see 5 to 6 liter of blood present in male body. In case of women or female body, we can see 4 to 5 liter of blood. Blood constitutes 8 to 10% of body mass, and blood is little bit salty in taste. Okay, salty in taste. So these were few characters of blood. First, blood is alkaline in nature. pH of blood is 7.35 to 7.45. In case of man, we will see 5 to 6 liter of blood in their body, and in case of female, we will see 4 to 5 liter. Fine. And blood constitute 8 to 10% of our total body mass, and it is little saltish in taste. Fine. Now we are going to learn about the functions of blood. Okay, functions of blood. We all know that blood It's very important for us, right? So first is transportation. Blood transports oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients, right? Nutrients, hormones, and waste product. Blood regulates body temperature and pH. And obviously, it defends our body against diseases. Okay, and it's also protect us from blood loss via what? Via blood clotting. If we get a cut somewhere in our body, after few minutes the blood will stop itself, na? So that is blood clotting. Fine. Now we are going to talk about the components of blood. Now we are going to talk about the components of blood, what our blood is made up of. Fine. So blood is made up of two part. One is blood plasma and another one is formed elements. 55% of blood is made up of blood plasma and 45% is formed elements. Okay. Now among this 55%, that is the entire blood plasma, 91% is water and remaining 8.5% is solutes. Okay. Now most of these solutes are protein. Fine. Okay. Their name of these proteins are albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. Now this fibrinogen converts into fibrin, which helps in blood clotting. Fine. Now we are going to study it via a chart. Okay. So in this one we can see that blood, which is a connective tissue, I'm going to use another color here. Blood, which is a connective tissue, is made up of plasma, as I have told you earlier, and formed element. So 55% is plasma and 45% is formed element. So in 55% of that plasma, 90 to 92% is water. Then we have the plasma protein. Fine. Albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. Now each plasma protein has its own function. Like albumin maintains the osmotic pressure, globulin it helps in immunity, and fibrinogen, as I have already told you, that it converts into fibrin, which helps in clotting. Fine. Okay. Next we have few more things, that is regulatory substance like electrolytes like sodium, potassium, nutrients like glucose, amino acid, hormones, etc. These all things are present in blood plasma. Fine. Next we have the formed elements. First we have the red blood cells, also called erythrocytes. Okay. Red blood cells are called erythrocyte, and then we have white blood cells, they are called leukocytes, and platelets, which are called thrombocytes. Thrombocytes helps in blood clotting. White blood cells, they act as the defense mechanism, and red blood cells, they primarily carry a very important protein, which is hemoglobin. Right? Red blood cells contains a very important protein, that is hemoglobin, which carries oxygen. Fine. Now hemoglobin they bind with oxygen and makes oxyhemoglobin. Fine. And transport throughout the body, every parts of our body. Fine. Okay. The lifespan of red blood cells are one. These are very basic, given in more or less in all the books. Okay, the lifespan of red blood cells are 120 days. Function, as I have already mentioned, that it transport gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, maintain blood pH, and helps in acid base balance. Fine. Now white blood cells or leukocytes, there are many types. Okay, I will go in details about red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. This is a basic conceptual video in which I'm going to talk about the basic things in blood. In my next videos, I'm going to discuss these things in details. So, in white blood cells, we can typify white blood cells into few part. That is, first is neutrophils, lymphocyte, monocyte, eosinophils, and basophils. Now these all have their own functions, their own characteristics, their own functions, and these all comes together to form they forms our defense system, and they help us to fight against different diseases. Fine. And then we have thrombocytes or the platelets, which primarily help us in blood clotting. It help us protect us against blood loss through blood clotting. Okay, so that was a very quick and easy conceptual video based on blood. In my next video, I'm going to discuss red blood cell, white blood cell, and platelets in details. Thank you.